welcome to Finding Sacred Spaces. Hello, I'm George.
And I'm Sue. And today we're visiting 3 mission churches along the Riverwalk Mission Reach in San Antonio, Texas.
We are at the southern end of the Riverwalk Mission Reach, where we will discover more about 3 of the 4 mission churches, Mission San Jose, Mission San Juan, and Mission San Francisco de la Espada, or Mission Espada for short. The 4th church, Mission Concepcion, was closed due to a major remodeling project. These missions flourished between 1747 and 1775.
We start out at the Mission Espada, where much of the mission is seen only in its foundations. The mission was established in 1731 in its current location. After decades of neglect, restoration efforts began in 1858 by a young priest named Father Bouchou. He began rebuilding the chapel, restored the convent that served as his living quarters, and regilded the statues of St. Francis, Mary, and Jesus on the cross.
As you enter the church, you are struck by the simplicity of its namesake, St. Francis. The crucifix to the right of the altar has a third-class relic of St. John Paul II. The corpus's loincloth was made from a t-shirt he left behind when he visited San Antonio on September 13, 1987.
We now move to the 2nd church at Mission San Juan. Also established in 1731, it was a major supplier of produce to the neighboring missions. The church itself took over 20 years to build due to challenging terrain and frequent Apache raids. Major stabilization and preservation efforts were started in 2012.
The current church is located along the west wall of the mission and is still used for liturgical services by the local parishioners. Even the choir loft is still in service.
Last but not least is the Mission San Jose. This mission site is by far the largest of the area missions. It was a major social and cultural center and is known as the Queen of the Missions. Mission San Jose was founded in 1720 by Father Antonio Margil de Jesus, who died in 1726 and was declared venerable in 1836 for his holy works.
The main purpose of the Spanish missions was to evangelize the local Indian population and bring them into the Spanish society as one community. Here you can see the Indian living quarters along the mission walls. The granary was an important structure of all the missions and were often as big as the churches. In fact, some of the granaries of the smaller missions were converted into worship space if needed.
The Church of San Jose is the more elaborate of the missions, with intricate statuary on the front facade to include Saints Joseph, Dominic, Francis, Anne and Joachim, and Our Lady of Guadalupe. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we were not able to enter to film the inside. The photos here are taken from the Library of Congress to give you an idea of the sanctuary.
The rose window located on the south side of the church is said to be the site where the host was displayed to gather mission celebrants during the Feast of Pentecost. The facts surrounding the rose window are few, but there are many tales and folklore about how it was named and who the artist was.
At the end of the day, we were both amazed at how often the missions were broken down and rebuilt over their years and decades of service. The amount of faith of the priests and missionaries needed to continue God's work is inspiring, to say the least.
Missionaries like Father Antonio trust that God will bring good from their hard work and sacrifices, even though the fruits of their labors were not immediately or ever seen. Saint Francis,
pray for us.
Saint John of Capistrano,
Pray for us.
Saint Joseph,
Pray for us.
Saint Anthony,
Pray for us.